Okay, my name is Erik Rasmussen. I'm the owner of Espressòs at Copenhagen. I'm a micro roaster in Copenhagen. This is Marlene. She is my co-worker and my consigliere.
Yeah, you both roast.
Yeah.
And what makes you different from other roasters in Denmark or in Scandinavia?
We roast our own way. We don't follow smart ideas or fancy tricks, or you can pull so much out of a bean that you can. Eventually you can't do anymore. And there are people experimenting with beans, and it's a matter of taste, I think.
Yeah, I think we both have this idea, like when we both are cooks, one of the things that you learn as a cook is that the first and most important thing is the quality of the product. And what the product has is what you can get.
Yeah.
We're not going to make any kind of alchemy or anything like that. We can't do that. We can try to find the best things of each bean and make it work.
The thing is that, for example, I had a coffee a week ago in Vienna, exactly the same that we have here, but it tastes different.
Yeah.
Because of the water.
One of the biggest problems we have in Denmark, as you said before, the water.
Yeah.
The water in Denmark is a nightmare.
Yeah.
And when we say nightmare, it's not because it's bad quality, but it's so different from one place to the other.
Okay.
So just even in Copenhagen, we have and now that they're building the metro, it's even worse because they close and open the water all the time, so you get all kind of stuff in the filters and inside of a machine. So it's very unstable.
My God.
Wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
Oh, this is from a filter. And look inside. And this is stainless steel. And it's eating it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is one of the part of our work. I mean...
That's his work.
Yeah. Do Danish people make lungos with espresso machines, or they don't when they make a normal coffee? I mean, an Americano or lungo. What is more popular, Americano or lungo? Is lungo existing here, or?
A few places, but
Very
Americano
few.
filter is and latte.
Then they make filter coffee. If you people like a black coffee.
Actually, I was, as I said, in Vienna, and I had a coffee at a coffee house that came from Holland, a white label.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome. Really good coffee.
Yeah.
And they served it verlängert.
Yeah, verlängert.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, this is actually an Americano.
Yeah, but it was awesome because they came in as an espresso and a little cup on the side.
Yeah,
with
that's
hot
a good
water.
idea.
So I could pour in as much as I wanted. At the end of it, I was like, I need a little more in the beginning, and it was nice to control it.
Yeah, and you give your customer control.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Huh?
I like that.
And you show your attention to coffee.
Yeah, because you serve the product. If the customer wants to change it,
Yeah.
it's up to them.
Yeah.
I have nothing to do with it.
But you won't find many lungos here in Copenhagen.
No, but in Denmark, I mean, originally, and especially, first of all, don't talk about Copenhagen as Denmark.
No.
Okay,
It's
Denmark.
like Amsterdam and all, perhaps. It's,
Yeah.
But Denmark is a very strange country, and that is one thing. When I came to Denmark in '96, I thought my father is Danish. I had been a lot of time here, but I was always in Copenhagen. Suddenly I was traveling, and I say, I don't understand what they're saying in the north or in the south of Jutland. I don't understand one word.
Okay,
And then
dialects.
suddenly, and they are very different. And the way that they eat and the coffee is also very different. And it's also because of the water. If you go to Aarhus, that is
Yeah,
in the north of Aarhus, in Ebeltoft, the water is close to be very, very low hardness. So if you take a coffee that we roast way here, you can use it there because it's going to taste completely different. And the roasting degree is completely different. If you go to Sweden, if you go to the south part, it's going to be very dark, but if you go to Stockholm, it's going to be very light. And that is why it's very, very different how they do it in each part.
It's also a matter of walking into a home. If you walk into a home, like I would say, 2 out of 3 homes in Copenhagen. If you come in the evening and after dinner, they're going to give you French press. If you go to my house, my mom's house, which is in Fyn, you don't have to go further out than just outside Copenhagen. Everybody's going to serve you filter coffee. You won't see French press. It's too advanced. They don't want to buy it. They go to the supermarket and they buy the pre-packed from companies. And they look at it and say, it says, we are really modern. It says fair trade. We're going to buy that. And then I don't care about quality. Don't misunderstand me.
No.
A lot of people care about it, but they look at the package and they say, we buy that, and they make a filter at home. You won't see French press outside of Copenhagen.
And you mean also with French press that they grind at home?
Here they do.
Yeah.
Most of my friends,
They do.
you don't have the
They are more into, but
pre-grinded.
the normal people in Denmark, they would use a filter coffee
would use a filter.
and buy pre-ground coffee in a block.
Yeah, vacuum thing. Exactly. That sounds like my mom's house. And I think maybe that's don't misunderstand me, maybe that's our problem sometimes, is that we don't, if you're talking about difference between the others, I don't think that we are willing to compromise just to sell a product. We would rather recommend something else that we don't earn so much, but you get a better result, and the customer's going to be happy, and they're going to remember us. They're not going to have a shitty experience.
Cut the crap. At the end of the day, is the taste.
Yeah.
All the stories are really beautiful, but at the end of the day, the cup will never lie.